Wilson going to come out throwing. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll get that complete to Alvarado. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to get this down near the 25. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4-4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Jeudy. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hawkins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They give it to Williams, running right. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. With his 11th rushing touchdown on the year, number 15 overall. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That ball caught. It's Mike. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And that's a good bounce back after giving him a touchdown. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense. This is away at a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. That is how you flip field position. That's rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper at 2nd and 1. This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Jackson on first down. That's taken in by Duvernay. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield.
Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. Javonte Williams. Touchdown. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman,
44 yards.
and the Ravens are back within a score.
The point after through the range road, something good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This is complete to Hawkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Jackson now. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Dobbins running out of the game. And he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 9 now from the 21. A give to Williams, running right.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.